So Trump was a big one for me because the moment I started realizing what he was doing for the world is the first time in my life where I realized there was good people fighting for us. And beyond that, I've dug so much into all this. It's important too, but it changes everything. When you can go through life knowing that there's good people fighting for you, and more than that, how the world's going to look. If you just trust in your soul, you listen to yourself, you make the decisions based on that gut feeling, you'll always be in the right place. So if you continue that, yeah, it takes time. And yeah, sometimes it's challenging and sometimes you can get tempted with a certain thing. But if you continue that, you're doing the right thing for a world that's going to be opening up to you. So the wars that I said will end in 24 hours. Donald Trump has done a number of his Truth Social posts. I kept Israel safe. Nobody else will. Nobody else can. I know all of the players, i.e. all the people getting involved with the war. So he's telling us again, I can do all this. So that's present moment. That's what we got. In that little present moment, we've got one man who he's mostly been hated more by more people in the world than anyone else. Yet he's consistently turned up as Donald Trump. We've seen the same Trump effectively. He looks the same all the way through. He's been saying the same message. So let's start looking at why Trump? So we look at the present. We need to back it up with actions. For me, actions speak louder than words. How many people have seen people on TV that have said and spoke a good game, they don't come through? Well, Donald Trump, everything he has said is come true. And again, if that ego's going off now, we can back all this up. And I'm going to back it up so much that it only be yourself reluctant to go and look at it, which would be the thing getting in the way. And the reluctancy is because we've been holding on to something so much. Remember, we're in a war. It's okay to be wrong. We go, actually, I want peace. In fact, there's a big teaching for me. In fact, I can share this on with my kids. In fact, in that time in World War III, I made that big decision to let go. Not just Trump, of all things I've been holding on to, because it puts things in perspective when it really influences our life. At the moment, it's still on the TV. At the moment, it's still other countries. Soon, people, it will turn on us. We're heading that way. We could stop it all now. We're heading that way. That's when people have to find the will to do something. However, the reason why I'm showing all this, because when that fear does pop in, does creep in, because there's a lot of people that are putting this out from a fearful place, an unknown place, we can get caught and consumed in that. If we zoom out, highest perspective, God's perspective, zoom out and look at what's gone on. So a really, 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 really important one for people to know. Hi, Tracy. Good to see you. Hi, Dottie. It's time to give peace a chance. It's not even give peace a chance. It's just to rule everything else out. It's let's just take what is. Oh, God, given right. Like, for us to even negotiate peace is crazy. It's just as backward as possible. Okay, let me go back then. So when Trump first came in, we can all remember that. 2016, he got voted in, and there was a lot of upheaval. Media turned on him. There was all these comments about election fraud and everything that went on. When he come in, Trump literally went around the world very early on. So in January, he got in as president, and his first trip around the world was Saudi Arabia. There's something that is really, really important for people to go and look at is this trip. Because all the things that we're talking about, he can end the war. If we got any resistance to that, as soon as we start looking at what has already been done, you're going to see, oh, not only that, Trump is a businessman, one of the best in the world. We all know that. Regardless if you like him or not, he doesn't lose money. So treat all this as a business enterprise, the way that he does negotiations. He's got the book, not the art of war, it's the art of doing a deal. He uses the same tactics on there. He's ruthless, but we've not really been shown what he's capable of. And we're getting that way now because it's, again, getting obvious that Trump will be the man to stop all this. We wasn't shown any of this stuff before because of the mainstream media. We wasn't shown any of this stuff before because there was other people in power positions that didn't want you to see it. And again, we don't need to go into that today. I just want to show you what has been done. So one of the biggest funders for terrorism was Saudi Arabia. And Trump went there first of all. So all I'm going to ask people, this is one of my favorite speeches of his, and someone else mentioned the one in Israel. I've got some clips of that as well. This is the first one he did. Be honest, have you ever heard this one before? Listen to what he says now. After everything that we're seeing in the world at the moment, he did this straight away. And the reason why I'm showing Saudi Arabia even more so because of the significance of what took place 3 weeks after he left. And again, we wasn't shown any of this. So all these big countries and big players, and we see terrorists and organization, and we're like, we got no chance. It'll never happen. He's already dealt with it. He's already shown us that, but we haven't been shown it. All the information's there. So listen to the talk. And I'm asking people, close your eyes if you have to. Listen to what he says. Feel it. You can like him, hate him, whatever label you've got attached. What he's saying, you tell me what's not true. You tell me that you want a world different to this. And what is even more significant, and this is why you know he's boss. When he went to Saudi Arabia, he had then a meeting with 56 of the Muslim countries, the leaders of those countries. He said, you've all got to come to Saudi Arabia, and all of them turned up. All of them. They realized we have to. And the media didn't know how to report on this because there's certain events that took place here. So this is the talk to all the Muslim leaders. Remember, 56 nations, within a few days' notice, you have to be here. You have to be here. They all turned up. Straight away, that shows you this man means business. Because it's hard enough to get the CEO of the company to turn up half the time. He's got the leaders of these countries in a few short days. So this is one of my favorite.
Today we begin a new chapter that will bring lasting benefits to all of our citizens. I stand before you as a representative of the American people to deliver a message of friendship and hope and love. That is why I chose to make my first foreign visit a trip to the heart of the Muslim world. Our vision is one of peace, security, and prosperity in this region and all throughout the world. Our goal is a coalition of nations who share the aim of stamping out extremism and providing our children a hopeful future that does honor to God. This landmark agreement includes the announcement of a $110 billion Saudi-funded defense purchase, and we will be sure to help our Saudi friends to get a good deal from our great American defense companies, the greatest anywhere in the world. Later today, we will make history again with the opening of the new Global Center for Combating Extremist Ideology, located right here in this central part of the Islamic world. America is a sovereign nation, and our first priority is always the safety and security of our citizens. We are not here to lecture. We are not here to tell other people how to live, what to do, who to be, or how to worship. Instead, we are here to offer partnership based on shared interests and values. Young Muslim boys and girls should be able to grow up free from fear, safe from violence, and innocent of hatred. But in sheer numbers, the deadliest toll has been exacted on the innocent people of Arab, Muslim, and Middle Eastern nations. They have borne the brunt of the killings and the worst of the destruction in this wave of fanatical violence. This is not a battle between different faiths, different sects, or different civilizations. This is a battle between barbaric criminals who seek to obliterate human life and decent people, all in the name of religion. people that want to protect life and want to protect their religion. This is a battle between good and evil.
That made a mark straight away, but we weren't shown that. I remember, listen, I've gone through that a number of times. But the words that he says is to end terrorism, is to get rid of the excuses that we're doing this all under religion. We want to live in a world where we're not telling you what to do, but the fundamentals, the foundation. He went into Saudi. First trip. Remember, this guy has no experience of being president. That takes some courage right then. But that was the first thing he did. So I'm going to show you a few more, because this is going to show you it's been done. He's got the respect. People listen to him. He's done so much more than what we know about, because we're not sharing it. So that trip was so important, because 3 weeks after, some of the biggest funders of terrorism were then put in prison. Some of the princes as well. So I'm just going to play a bit from the one of the articles that come out on it, just so you can get an idea of what took place. Again, all this stuff you can find yourself 3 weeks after he left.
Saudi Arabia, the hugely influential Sunni Muslim kingdom. There's been an unprecedented anti-corruption purge with sweeping arrests of senior politicians and business leaders and members of the royal family. And a Saudi prince and 7 other officials